Alright, part two. Here we go. So, this is also going to act as a buying guide for like 10 string guitars as well. But, the if you haven't learned how to play the guitar yet, you probably don't need a 10 string guitar yet. But for those people, I have you covered. Just watch, okay? Here we go. We all, okay, I'll move my model over. Okay, here we go. Okay, you guys read that. I've already gone over this stuff like multiple times. I don't have to go through this again. Okay, just read the stuff. Okay, pause the video and read the stuff. Okay, cool. Yep. I've already reiterated this like so many times. We don't have to go over this again. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Okay, cool. So what types of guitars, pickups, and etc. do we really need? Well, ideally, you would want different guitars for different tones, but if you're going for a 10-string guitar, they tend to cost an awful lot, so you'll need something that covers both lead stuff and rhythm stuff. More on the requirements for each coming right up. High gain tones. Okay, let's do this. The more strings you add, the longer your scale length needs to be. This incremental increase stops at 9. Any more strings than that, and you're looking at extra high strings or middle strings instead. Anything with more than the usual 6, write down the number of strings you need and add 20. That's the scale length you'll need in inches, at least on the bottom side. If you're trying to get a 9 or 10 string guitar, you won't be able to afford a separate guitar for lead tones, so you'll need an all-rounder. If you need an all-rounder for this or any other reason, you'll need something that has a multi-scale so that when you play leads on the same guitar, it's not as fatiguing. This should go without saying, but in the event that you're looking for a 10-string guitar, you only need 29 inches on the bottom because the bottom string will be the same as the bottom string of a 9-string guitar. The 10th string can't go anywhere else but either the extra high slot or somewhere in the middle. This rings especially true with 10th string guitars because the scale length on the extra high strings need to be even shorter than the standard scale so that the same 8-gauge string can be tuned higher with fewer pounds of tension to ease it off as it inevitably gets tuned beyond its recommended pitch. I did try using a 7-gauge string for the extra high string, but it just kept breaking. I genuinely wish 7.5-gauge strings would be more accessible, but the whole planet is a joke, so this is what we're stuck with. Active humbuckers or quad coil are a must. It has to be a humbucker or quad coil, and they have to be active pickups. Please! Not only do they provide less noise, there are much more things you can do with active hardware, such as adding a 3-band EQ as if the guitar were a bass. An odd number of coils will add further ground hum to an already noisy signal chain, and this is assuming everything is grounded properly. No, Hum Exterminator won't help either. I tried it. Some Alnico 5 magnet pickups can work wonders. An example of this is the EMG 89 and the 89X. Yes, two normal humbuckers can be wired together to form one giant mega pickup. That's the setup I have on my current guitar. However, in most cases, it's preferable to have ceramic 8, Alnico 4, or Alnico 3 magnets on your bridge pickup. Alnico 2 and Alnico 5 are usually too warm for this. You want all the treble content in the world. There's already abundant low end coming from your strings. You don't want pronounced low end, you want compensated low end. You want it controlled, pinned, and reduced instead. You will usually get the low end dot back in with the amplifier. It also helps to have extremely bright strings. Sadly, most stores will only carry D'Addario or Edible, and those two are the exact two brands you want to avoid. Not only do these strings sound rather dull, they won't even last you a week, let alone a month. Any other brand will work just fine though. If you must get D'Addario or Edible, you should definitely look into either NYXL, Pro Steels, or Cobalts. They will help you in this regard, but it really helps if your strings are stainless steel rather than nickel wound or nickel plated. For any and all string slots, you only need 9 pounds of tension each. Jason Richardson made it work, and so can you. You just have to lower your action a little bit and just don't pick as hard. You need a sharper pick as well, but just make sure not to pick as hard. You need to pick it. You need to pick a moderately. You need to pick the guitar a little moderately, like strongly, but like you don't need to put that much force onto your playing. You don't have to really dig into your playing. You really don't. You need some force, but not that much force. Recommended string brands: GHS Boomers, DDT, Elixir Stainless Steel, especially for the bottom string, Kalium strings in the event that you get strings for your bass. No, sorry, Kalium strings in general. In the event that you get strings for your bass, make sure to get stainless steel strings and not the hybrid strings. Newtone. Be careful with string joy and labella because the heavier gauges you can get tend to be limited. Clairtone has limited gauge range, but their tones sound stellar. Lee tones. The thing you need to know about Lee tones: with rhythm tones, the strings have to sound percussive and full and bright and punchy and bitey and everything, and it really takes an awful lot of work and time to get it right. With Lee tones, on the other hand, you can get away with a lot more. Even Camel Crusher is enough to be your amp for Lee tones. Just add an impulse response. Even pickups will begin to not matter anymore. What all this means is that you're getting a guitar for leads. If you're getting a guitar for your leads, your focus needs to be more on the playability side of things rather than tone. Stuff you'll need include jumbo stainless steel frets, a comfortably thick, fast neck. It helps even more if it's a V-neck. Large enough inlays. You can always use Haskins glow tape as your inlays instead. And despite what everyone tells you, a flatter flat radius will not help you shred better. You need a minutely rounder fret radius to help you. Also, it really helps if you have a full axis heel on your set neck. It really helps if your guitar is a set neck, and if you have a full axis heel on your set neck. What also helps is that if you have a deep enough cutaway for your for your hand, like especially like say this is why super strats are very popular, but I am more likely to encourage getting a probably an explorer shape because yeah, those are like those have like no, did I say V? Yeah, hopefully I said V. If you get a V shape, like even if you don't get a cutaway, you even if you don't get a cutaway on it, you can the whole body is like it doesn't start until like it doesn't start to expand until like way later. So the V body shape is like super comfortable to play on. I've tried a couple of V-shaped guitars in the past, and they really are super comfortable. You want something like that for your yeah. But again, if you're getting a 10-string guitar, you need all this plus some like really good strings and like really good pickups. Uh, Pickups don't matter as much if you're getting a guitar solely for leads, but at that point you don't need that many strings either. But if you're getting a 10-string guitar, please get something that isn't a super strat, and please get it with a tremolo. I said it. Yes, get it with a tremolo. It will save you a ton of grief. If you're just starting out though, you don't need a 10-string guitar yet. Yep. So what can you get? You have the Ibanez RG7421PB. It doesn't have a tremolo, but for a super strat shaped guitar, like it, I mean, for that kind of a budget guitar, you actually get like a barrel top and a really good blue finish, which I really love. Like that's a really good one. GS 22.7 or GS 32.7 Dinky guitars, those are really good as well. I've seen a blue one. I hope to get one myself in the future. The Ibanez RG8 and the Jackson GS32.8, those are the usual suspects. You should definitely get those when you have a chugs. If you don't want to have to change pickups, the Richardson Cutlass 7 from Sterling is for you. It even has a tremolo, which is a nice added bonus. Now for the lead stuff, if you are getting a guitar solely to record leads on, that means your pickups are not going to match as much. I really like the guitars you see here. The LTD TE200DX Blue Burst, like for a budget guitar, it looks really stunning. I wish I had one myself. Another steal is an Ibanez GRGR 221 PAGIO. That one doesn't have a tremolo, but it was featured on the Andertons Music YouTube channel. You should check that out and see how it shreds. I really like the GRG 120QASP-GIO. That one actually has a tremolo, so you can really do a lot of cool lead stuff with it. The LTD Arrow 200. You again, the pickups don't match as much when buying a guitar for leads, but it does make a really good mod project as well. It already has a tremolo on it. It's already a phenomenal guitar. You should definitely get it if you get the chance. A good honorable mention goes to the Jackson GS 22 DKA Metallic Blue. That guitar again has a tremolo. It's a six. It's a normal six, but it does have a tremolo, which is really nice. If you want to ball out, the Josh Smith Soloist SL7ET. That one does not need a mod project. That one does not need a pickup change. It comes shreddable right out of the box. It's also great for the rhythm tones as well. So it can really do like the it can really do like the high gain like heavy stuff along with the the lead stuff. You definitely want to get that if you have the money for it. All right, that's it for now. Have fun.